Hi, happy holidays and welcome back to Maria's Kitchen. Today I've got a show for you. I am going to show you how to make enchiladas with homemade red sauce, and it's going to be delicious, fast, and easy. A fun fact about enchiladas: they actually originated in Mexico, where the practice of rolling tortillas around food is what they did, and it dates back all the way to the Mayan times. And now we are here today and we're going to roll some enchiladas, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, I'm going to go over the ingredients with you really quickly. You're not going to need very many items, but I have to tell you this. I am making it with lard, which is the authentic New Mexico way. We always use lard, but I'm going to give you a choice. If you don't want lard, you can use Crisco shortening. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of that. You're going to need some butter. I've got real butter, just like 1 tablespoon. You're going to need a little bit of flour, just white flour. And I know there's some people that, don't use chicken or beef products, but I'm making mine with chicken. But I went to the grocery store and I saw this and I was like, wow. So if you don't want to use any chicken or beef broth, they have the vegetarian. It's the vegetable broth, so you can use that instead. You're going to need chili powder for sure. This is one of the main ingredients. A few spices: garlic, salt and pepper, a little dash of oregano, and of course, my favorite, I love crushed chili seeds. You don't have to do this. This is going to be optional. So if you like spicy hot enchiladas, you'll want that. And I will be back to get started. I forgot to tell you, you're definitely going to need some corn tortillas. And I just want to let you know, these are my personal favorites, the Mi-Rancho brand. The very first thing you're going to do is turn your flame on medium-high heat. I've got it on. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of lard. Now, I gave you the option to put Crisco if you wanted to, vegetable shortening. And I also have just 1 tablespoon of real butter. We are going to just let this melt. Once it melts down, we'll put our flour in. It's all melted. I'm going to actually lower it just a tiny bit to maybe a low. I'm going to put 2.5 tablespoons of flour, and we're going to just cook it down a little bit to make like a little roux. We're going to cook it for a little bit. We're going to cook it for just a little bit, and then we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Now you can pick whatever chili powder you like, as long as they do have a hotter one, which would be New Mexico, and then they have a California one, but I picked New Mexico chili powder, 2 tablespoons, and we're just whisking it. We're just going to cook it just for a little bit, really quickly. And then that, as soon as it cooks just for a few seconds, literally, I open the can of chicken broth. I got low sodium because we want to make sure that we are going to regulate our salt intake. So we can always add salt later. I'm going to turn the flame up a little higher now to medium. And we're going to pour this in and keep stirring it around the whole time because we want it to stay nice and smooth. Break up all the clumps. And I know you're saying, why are you using chicken broth? It's going to be very, very tasty. But if you don't want to use chicken broth, you can add just water, or you can add the vegetable or beef broth. It's going to be whatever you choose, but I like the chicken. I'm putting about maybe 3/4 of the can, and you're just going to keep checking it. I lowered the flame to a low. We're back on low, and I'm adding an 1/8 teaspoon of garlic salt, Lawrys, and then I'm adding an 1/8 teaspoon of crushed oregano, an 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. And we're not going to add the salt right now because I want to make sure it doesn't have too much salt. And look at how it's getting thicker. So I'm going to actually add about a dash of water. I'd say about a 1/8 cup of water. and we're going to get it so that it's nice and smooth. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. And that's how fast you can make this enchilada sauce. Okay, remember, I'm adding some crushed chili seeds because I want this a little hot. So I'm stirring it around in there. And you know what? I want to let you know that it's thick. Now, if it gets too thick, you can always add a little more water and you can just get it nice and smooth. So I'm going to taste it actually really quick and see if it has enough salt. I think it needs just maybe an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, tiny bit. And then, you know what? We're going to let it simmer just for a few minutes and we're going to roll our enchiladas. Okay, I just want to let you know that I put a little bit of water and I turned this off. It's just sitting here and I just smoothed it out a little bit. I put a little bit of oil into a pan and I put 1 corn tortilla in there. You just want to cook it for a little bit. You want to cook the tortilla a little bit, not too hard. Just make sure it's cooked well, you know, on both sides. And then we are going to lift it out of here, throw it into here, and then you're going to get a plate. You're going to just submerge it under the red sauce. Look at that. Then you're going to pick it up, put it on your plate, and then we are going to come right over here, and I'm going to turn this flame off because I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, you can just make cheese enchiladas if you want, but there are so many other options. You can have, okay, I'll show you the cheese one first. You just go ahead and get it like this. You roll it over and you are done. You're going to top it with some more cheese and then we'll continue rolling, but I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to show you another way to do it. So I actually fried another tortilla. So let's say you want to have chicken enchiladas. So you would just put your chicken inside and you would just fill it in all like this. And then I like to get a little more sauce on the chicken. And then I like to put some cheese. So there you got a chicken enchilada. And then just roll it over. And it's going to be a little messy, but you could just wash your fingers. And I'm going to clean my hands. And I'm going to put a little more sauce on top of here. And then I'm going to put some cheese. And then I am actually going to microwave this one, and I'll be back and show you when it's melted and we have some other toppings we can put on. We're going to do one more. I did a chicken, a cheese, and I actually have some ground beef. Now, this is my son-in-law's favorite. Robbie, my son-in-law, loves the hamburger meat. And so, Robbie, after the show's over, come and pick these up, Robbie. There's the cheese. We're going to get it, roll it over just like this, and they're so big and fat. And I'm going to come back and show you what they're all going to look like with cheese melted. So here they are. I've got all of them done. We've got a cheese only, we've got a hamburger meat, and we've got a chicken, and I made another cheese. I just want to show you a few toppings that you could put on top. Now, I love olives, and so does my husband. So I'm going to put olives on this one, and I love sour cream. So you can actually just put some sour cream on top of your enchilada. I'm going to leave that one plain because my son loves it plain. And, ooh, I have to tell you, here's another little topping. I love onions, so I diced a few onions, and this one's going to be mine. And I hope you enjoyed this quick enchilada sauce, and now I'm going to take a bite and I have to try it. And look at all the cheese. Oh no. That is so good. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I had a lot of fun, and we make these year round, and I hope you try them for your family and friends, or they are excellent for potlucks and family gatherings. I'm going to go into the scripture of the day, and today it is John chapter 1, verse 4. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines on in the darkness, for the darkness has never overpowered it, put it out, or absorbed it, or appropriated it, and is unreceptive to it. Jesus is the light, and there is no darkness in him, and it cannot overpower light. And I just want to thank you so much for today. Come back again, share your time with me, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and we are the light. Let your light shine this holiday. Bye.